oh, 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 oh. Hey, do you want to learn how to play Can't Remember to Forget You by Shakira featuring Rihanna on some eggs? Me either! Okay, so I'm going to teach you two different ways in which you can play this song. The first one is going to be just the chords, very simply. And the next one is going to be a way that you can include a simple bass line to play alongside the chords like I played in the intro. Alright, so here is the first version with just the chords. Alright, so we're in the key of D, so our first chord is B minor or B minor 7th, okay? So bar the 7th fret with your first finger, then above it you can play an E minor chord, which means use your ring finger to play the 9th fret of the 5th string, little finger to play the 9th fret of the 4th string, like that. Okay, if you take off this little finger, it makes it a B minor 7th, and that's completely fine too, up to you. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do 4 strums. Now note that those are all on the offbeat, okay, the up strum, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, like that. Then the second chord is an E minor. Okay, so from the B minor, we're just going to leave the bar there, and we're actually going to move our middle finger to play the 8th fret of the 2nd string. Little finger is going to play the 9th fret of the 3rd, and ring finger is going to play the 9th of the 4th. Okay, you can leave this E string open if you like to get that low bass. Okay, and it's the same thing for on that as well. Okay, so B minor. The next chord we're going to play is an A. So we move down to the 5th fret, bar the 5th. Middle finger goes on the 6th fret of the G, or the 3rd. Little finger plays the 7th fret of the 4th. Ring finger plays the 7th fret of the 5th. Okay, and that's how we get that A major. Okay, so A minor, E minor, then we go to A. The next chord is a D. Now from the A chord, we're going to keep the bar there, and on the 5th fret, and we're actually going to bar the 7th fret with this finger. Okay, and what the strings you're going to cover are the B, the G, and the D strings, okay, or the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings, all on the 9th fret, but you've got this bass playing here on the 5th fret of the A string, okay, to give you that sound. You can play that top note if you want, but for the song, no. So, and you're going to do 2 strums of that one. Then we're going to play the passing chord, which is an A, so you go back to the A for 2. Okay? And the bass guitar will probably play that C sharp note, but for the guitar you don't need to worry about that, okay? So, if we put that all together, B minor, E minor, A, and then D for 2, and then A for 2, and then back to the beginning. Alright? For the chorus, obviously the whole song is played on electric guitar, but now there's this distortion happening, okay? So if you have a distortion pedal, it'll be a good time to kick that on. If you're playing it just acoustically, then it doesn't matter. So, the first chord for the chorus is this B minor chord, which we've gone over in the verse. The A, which we've talked about already. Okay, then the next chord is the E minor, which we've covered already as well. G. Now the G is exactly the same as our A chord, but 2 frets lower. Okay, so that's cool. And then we go to an F sharp, which is the same as a G, but 1 fret lower. So G, F sharp. Okay. Then the second round of the chorus, we're going B minor, A, this time down to the G. Then we go to the D that we've already talked about. Okay. Now, and then our passing chord. Instead of playing a full A, what we're going to do is we're going to keep this D chord. We're only playing these 3 strings, okay? Our A, our D, and our G strings. And we're going to drop the bass down from a D to this one here, to a C sharp, okay? Like that. Okay, so let's play the whole chorus slowly. All downstrokes, okay? And we're really emphasizing the bottom 3 notes of each chord to give us that power chord sound, okay? E minor next, G, F sharp, B minor, A, then we're going to drop down to the G, okay, then the D, then the drop bass, now I'm going to teach you the variation that I played in the beginning, where I'm playing a bit of a bass line with the chords. Now this is going to take a lot of practice, but it's actually very simple when I break it down. So the chords for the verse are going to be exactly the same: B minor, E minor, A, D, A. But we're going to add a bass line this time. Okay, so for the first chord, we're going B bass, then the chord, then the bass changes to this F sharp note, okay, which is played by the ring finger. And then we're going to play the chord and the bass. This time our bass is a B still, but we're going to play it here on the 9th fret with our little finger on the 4th string, and the top 3 notes to play the chord at the same time. So, okay, so that's bass, chord, and bass. Then the chord by itself. Okay? So, really slowly. Bass, chord, F sharp bass, B bass and chord. Then 3 chords by itself. The next chord is the E minor chord, and the same sort of pattern is going to apply. So bass, this time on the 7th fret of the A string, then the chord, which is the top 3 notes. Then we move to the B bass, which is on the 7th fret of the 6th string, sorry, by itself. Then we go back to play that E bass with the chord, okay? Then 3 chords, which is by itself, okay, the top 3 notes by itself, 3 times. Alright, so if we put that together with the B minor, then we're going to keep the same pattern on the A bass, and then the chord. Then we're going to play this E bass with our ring finger on the 7th fret of the 5th string by itself. Then we're going to play the A, the octave higher with the little finger on the 7th fret of the 4th string, and the chord, which is the top 3 notes, okay? At the same time like that, okay? Okay, and then again 3 chords by itself. So put that together. Then the last part is the D chord. Okay, this time we're going to go bass, chord, but this time we're not playing the top 3 strings, we're playing the 3 above that, so the B string, the G string and the D string, or the 2nd, 3rd and 4th with these 3 fingers. Okay, so we're going to go bass, then chord, then we're going to go, so D bass, then chord, then A bass, then chord. Then we're going to drop down to the C sharp with this finger. So C sharp, then chord. Then we're going to change completely to this A chord, but we're going to play an A open bass on the 5th fret, on the open string, sorry, the 5th string, and then these 3 notes, which is basically the A chord, okay? So, just to go over that D part again, we go D, chord, A bass chord, C sharp chord, A chord. Okay, which leads us back to the B minor. So if we put the whole thing together really slowly, let's try that. Okay, just a quick note about this, the variation is that obviously if you're in a band situation and you have a bass player, you're not gonna play the bass and the chord at the same time, because your bass player is gonna look at you like, what the heck are you doing? Because they are already playing that part, okay, so you don't need to double up on it, and they're probably playing something even cooler than you are. But if you're playing it acoustically, like just with you and a singer or something like that, then obviously this is a good time that you can add that bass line to really fill it out, or just to impress your friends, maybe. Cool, enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, add us on Facebook, and comment below about what song you want us to teach you next. But until then, God bless you.